All right, all right, all right. So let's talk a little bit about ingredients. Who's confused about when to use dried herbs versus fresh herbs? Anyone out there?
Yeah.
All right, so here's the deal. Dried herbs are great for wet cooking applications, so like soups and stews. And the reason being is that you have to rehydrate your dried herbs and spices with moisture, and it takes a little bit longer to get the flavor out into the dish. So this is where you add the seasoning, the dried herbs, about halfway through the cooking process when you're making soups and stews. Fresh herbs, on the other hand, are more delicate because they're essential oils. The flavor that comes from their natural oils are more present. They're more alive with the enzymes. So what happens is they're perfect for applications that are fresh or last-minute cooking, like in sautés. You throw them in at the last minute. It's because their oils are so delicate that they can evaporate quickly. They can evaporate quickly with steam. Okay? So that's the difference between when we want to use dried versus fresh. I prefer fresh at all times. Now, when it comes to oils, we've got two of the healthiest oils right here. Okay? We've got extra virgin olive oil and we've got grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil is making a big push onto the scene right now. The reason that I like to do grapeseed oil over olive oil most of the time is because it has a higher heat threshold. You can saute to a higher temperature before the oil actually breaks down. And we know when oil breaks down, it becomes carcinogenic, which the effects can lead to cancer. All right? I'm not going to scare anybody, but that's just one of the facts. The other thing is that the flavor is neutral. So when you make vinaigrettes, which is what we're going to do, it's much more mild than olive oil. So remember that those roasted grapes that we had earlier from the peanut butter and jelly? This is about versatility and simplicity here. We're actually going to use that same ingredient from earlier. We're going to go right into one of my favorite little gadgets in the world. So I'm putting our roasted grapes with the dried cherries in here into our KitchenAid mini chop. If you live in the city and you have no space, it's perfect for that. And it's about $60 less than a regular food processor, this mini guy. So I've got our cherries in there. I'm going to add a little bit of shallot or red onion, whatever you have, for a little savory note. I'm going to add a little Dijon in here. It's going to give it a bite and make it creamy. Once again, I'm going to go with our neutral flavored grapeseed oil right inside there like that. I'm going to add 1 clove of garlic for some more savory bite. And then, of course, we're going to go with our balsamic vinegar, which is going to add that sweet tang. And this is how easy it is. We'll find out. Snap the top on. Blend it up. And this is our roasted grape vinaigrette. And if you stick around, you're going to see the next recipe, which you're going to love, with my special guest. And we're going to use this. We're carrying it all the way through the show. All right. Come on back.